Hello everyone, I'm Zhu Jie. This is the presentation of my research proposal. The title of my project is Implementing Inclusive Education in Hong Kong Early Childhood Settings, the Practice and Challenges from kindergarten. My presentation will include the following parts. Firstly, research background, research purpose and questions, methods, improvements. Finally, our limitations and difficulties. So firstly, I will introduce my research background. Influenced by the trend of inclusive education around the world, including young children with special educational needs in Hong Kong early childhood settings, also has aroused more attention in recent years. Obviously, as we have realized the importance of early childhood education, then it is not too difficult for us to understand the importance of inclusion to young children, their family, and even our community. However, the fact is that the support for those young children is really limited. Early childhood settings and teachers also reported there are so many difficulties for them to practice inclusion. Although full of challenges, the findings also indicate some Hong Kong early childhood educators and settings still hold the positive attitudes and have made a lot of efforts to put their beliefs into practice, such as kindergarten. Currently, the relevant studies in Hong Kong are still limited. The main focus is on teachers' attitude and its influential factors, while the in-depth information about how Hong Kong early childhood settings practice inclusion is insufficient. Besides, the views of different stakeholders are also limited. Therefore, more individualized exploration of how Hong Kong early childhood settings develop inclusive programs in their own context is necessary. These unique cases will provide important evidence for policymakers, schools, and educators to improve their current practice. So, aiming to achieve my research purpose, this case study intends to solve the following two questions. Question 1. How is the inclusive program implemented in this kindergarten? Question 2. What are different stakeholders' perceptions toward the inclusive program in this kindergarten? Now I will introduce my research methods. This study will use a quantitative research methodology to collect and analyze data. The methods include observation, interview, and documentation. Two children with special educational needs, principal, class teachers, support team members, and also parents will participate in this project. In order to get more in-depth information and improve the validity, triangulation will be built through multiple methods and different resources. Firstly, observation about school environment, children's daily life, and also teachers' meeting for IEP will be used to examine the inclusive practice. After that, different stakeholders will be invited to a semi-structured interview, which will be used to get more in-depth information about inclusive practice and also solve the second question. Finally, documents such as school policies, teachers' records are also important evidence for inclusive practice. As for the data analysis, there are three main stages. At the second stage, are priori codes that based on the previous study will be used at first. According to the feedback from RM1, a more detailed category and interview protocol will be developed. This is the category of inclusive practice. Different stakeholders' view. This is an example of my interview questions. So, compared with the original proposal, there are two main improvements. Firstly, the project title and the research questions are revised. Secondly, a more detailed category, interview protocol, and the data analysis plan has been developed. Finally are the limitations and difficulties. So, firstly, this project is a small-scale case study, so the study results and even the successful experience may not be applied in other early childhood settings. Secondly, the research methods are limited to qualitative one, have no combination to quantitative one. Besides, because of my limited time and resources, it is difficult for me to involve many different stakeholders in my interview, especially the parents. Finally, the collecting and analysis of the quantitative data is also difficult to me. That's all. Thank you.